Hello, I'm Marcia McMillan. Thanks for joining us this morning on CTV News Channel. We begin in Hamilton, Ontario, where the Prime Minister will make an announcement this morning on the Canadian steel industry. Carney will tour a steel company and meet with workers there. It's been more than a month since President Trump doubled tariffs on steel and aluminum imports, now at 50%. Yesterday, Carney said it's unlikely Trump will agree to a trade deal that does not include at least some tariffs. Carney also expects negotiations with the U.S. to intensify before Trump's new 35% tariffs kick in August the 1st. CTV's Scott Hurst is joining us now with a preview of Carney's meeting today. So, Scott, what are we watching for? A day after the Prime Minister signaled a tariff-free deal with the U.S. was unlikely.
Marcia, those comments ultimately putting Canada and the Canadian business economy on notice that a trade deal without tariffs might not be in the cards as he does head to Hamilton today, ultimately known as Steel Town. And this is an industry that is desperately looking for support as it warns of dire consequences of these ongoing tariffs from the U.S., but also the uncertainty around when a deal might be struck. Never good for businesses, as well as Carney has pledged to support workers and stabilize the trading relationship with the U.S. and ultimately find new markets. In the meantime, the steel industry is desperately looking for support, looking for certainty. But today, as he does head to Hamilton, that industry faces the reality of 50% tariffs as Trump began with a 25% levy back in March, then proceeded to double that in June. And for those in the industry, the impact is dire and crippling, warning these tariffs have the impact to drastically reshape the Canadian landscape as Canadian steel producers routinely send about half of their output to the United States, meaning Canadian companies are bracing for the potential of longer-term American tariffs as Canada is the largest supplier of steel and aluminum to the U.S. market, and the sector has already been struck with significant job losses and decreased orders since Trump's tariffs were imposed. Now, in Hamilton today, the Prime Minister will tour a factory, meet with workers, and make an announcement to help the industry, and we're expected to hear from Mark Carney just before the noon hour, Marcia.
Okay, Scott Hurst for us. Scott, thank you so much for that.